Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Mr. M with you. Today I would be discussing about a common issue which most of us are facing or will face in this year itself. So the topic or the criteria is, what if you have received a salary cut? It happens. Maybe it happens to someone you know, maybe someone your close relatives, or maybe you yourself are on the receiving end. So why don't we set up our finances straight at this point? This is the chance for us to wake up and see where exactly we are spending our money. Is it worth it? For example, first of all, I'm earning the amount I'm spending. For example, I earn $100 a month, and when someone asks me, I say, yeah, I spend almost all the money, but I don't have the exact figure. Why? Because I don't note it, I don't budget it. The most important goal is budgeting. Take up an app or an Excel sheet, add up all the numbers you are spending on. I suggest an app would be finer. You have different categories: house rent, loans, car fuel, say electricity and water expenses, you name it, there is a lot. Some might have children's in school, you will add that category as well. So in this situation, I would suggest make up categories according to your situation. Maybe you spend a lot of money on smoking, add a category on it. Though it's a bad habit, I would suggest once you add this category, you would know, I spend $20 a month on smoking itself, which affects my finance and the health. Why don't I reduce it? Why don't I cut corners? Electricity bill, maybe you are spending $20 every month just on electricity and water. Why don't we reduce it? Grocery expenses, another factor. It goes up and down. Sometimes you are dining out, food from outside for guests, friends, family, entertainment. We tend to spend a lot of money even on that. Once you get this clear picture about where you are spending your money, where exactly it's going, at the end of every week, just look at yourself. Where am I? How much money is left with me? Oh, I have 3 weeks more to spend, and I am short of some money. Don't use a credit card. Never. It will just push you more into debt, especially at the situation where you live $100 life, but you could easily cut corners to spend $70 or save $10 more. But if you choose not to, in the near future or in the coming months, the situation will be really harder on you. So I would suggest at this point, it's really high time that we understand our finances, how we are into spending and earning. And the most important point where we lose a lot of money is when we have a house which is more than our need. It becomes a want. Shift to a smaller house. You will pay lesser bills. You would use less lighting, less water, and it would save you a huge chunk of money. Say close to 20% of the amount every year you could easily save. And if possible, try to get a house near to your work, near to your office. So at this point, you could easily save even for transportation, as transportation also holds a lot of finances, usually 15% or 20% in some cases, where people, they live far because the rent is cheaper, but they travel a lot, they waste a lot of time and money in the long run. So, and there is a lot of wear and tear on the car. buy a smaller car, say 4 cylinders, a smaller engine, because our main goal at this point is to travel from point A to point B. So I would be more than glad to reach a place where my finances are safe and I'm not into competing with someone. Oh, he has a finer car, let me buy a better one. No, this doesn't help at this present situation. The other suggestions I would add to this topic would be eating clean and healthy. Eating clean is not about avoiding junk food. Eat healthy and nutritional food is of paramount importance, because when you avoid junk food, it's safe for your wallet as well as your health. So the point here is, why don't we cook more at home and avoid eating outside? Sometimes the food we can, or the same recipe we order from the restaurant, could be easily, the price could reach 25% higher. So you are losing that amount of money. And let's go into minimalism. Let's use less items. Let's reduce some items in our house, donate to people, give it to someone who needs. If you have old items which are of no use to you, as they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So it would be very helpful to the community as well as yourself. It will be satisfactory. And even charity is so important. So why don't we just donate stuffs? It would help someone. And I always wanted to understand why people are into wasting a lot of money. When you keep lights on and you're not in the room, you're wasting money. You're just burning money. And sometimes I see people smoking. They smoke. They spend double money. They spend the money at present, and they have already spent the money for the future, like smoking and burning it, then damaging their health, and then paying again for this issue. Another way I have seen people losing money is they buy water, plastic bottle water. Already it's not so great. The water doesn't taste simply different. You could easily purchase a water filter, a good quality one, and you can use the normal tap water, as the tap waters are all clean, and even you could use it for cooking and drinking. So it's not I don't see a big taste difference with the water, because bottled water, they add some chemicals just to make it taste sweeter. Another suggestion I would add to it is gym memberships. People have lost a lot of money in gym memberships when they purchase not monthly ones, yearly ones. They pay whole amount in one go, and then after weeks or months they become lazy and they stop going to the gym. Firstly, they miss 1 day or two. After few weeks, they miss weeks. They paid for it, they don't feel that pain. It's easy to work out at home. You could easily browse online and find so many exercises which could be done easily at home without any equipments. Yes, at the end the goal is to be fit, not to be fit. People know that I am fit. The goal is to be fit and strong with a healthy mind. And another thing I would add is try to repurpose the stuffs you have at house. Don't throw anything just because it's damaged. because it's better to repair sometimes than to purchase something new. I remember my AC was not cooling a bit after I made the service. I cleaned it thoroughly, and when I checked on it, it was working for a few days fine, and I was searching for a new AC, which was about costing more than $300, $400 even. So I was really worried, because at the peak of summer without AC, it's a hard life, and the temperature used to soar at least to 35 degrees in my room. So I looked around and found the AC to be too expensive, and then I said, let me try to call an electrician who could repair my AC, and he charged me just $50. And then I was like, I just saved a big chunk of money, because I knew if I've got maybe I wouldn't purchase it in case if the AC would I would believe if the AC wouldn't last for long. But then I thought to myself, maybe a new AC would help me. But I saw the older AC was working fine. It had few issues because it's old, but not so old or that it wouldn't work. So I said, let me pass on this hurdle, and the AC was working very well after repair. Another thing, we could easily reduce our transportation costs would be a very cool one if the weather permits. If we walk, it's a simple habit. You could go to many places by walk. It's not feasible even to take a car which is just 5 minutes away by walk or 10 minutes away by walk. Usually I do some of the grocery shoppings during morning time, as I could easily walk. It's just 10 minutes walk, and I don't need to drive just for a short distance. It increases a lot of wear and tear for the car even. And to save fuel, it's better to park in a shaded area if you have a hot day or a sunny day. And I believe that's it for the day. Let me know in the comments section if you have any ideas, any suggestion, any tips which could help us in this current situation where money is such an important factor that we need to really organize our way of living even to survive this pandemic. I hope all is good and well with you. Stay safe and stay happy. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel, Mr. M.